Guys, kita mabar, kita main bola sambil nunggu maghriban. Yang mau ikut bergabung main, silakan ditunggu ID-nya. Sekarang jam 4. Lihat dulu jamnya. Kita menggunakan formasi 4-1-2-3 ya guys. Kita lihat dulu permainannya lawan seperti apa. Nah, levelnya cuma 1, namanya juga baru itu pemula.
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants of filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. As you can see, we've already started here. Van der Vaart. Oh, easy pickings there. Well, there's the clearance.
It's a privilege to see the defensive great that is Franco Baresi.
Absolutely.
A marvellous tactical brain married to good pace and a technical ease.
And he's managed to get free. And this has gone for offside. And it's Shevchenko. Fernando Torres. David Villa. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. David Villa! David Villa! Oh, what? In he goes again! And he's done it! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
It was a nice line of defence. If you don't get it right, then you're playing a visit to your net.
Tunisia are in front now, the game's only goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
The two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Ødegaard. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. David Villa. Great challenge, timed to perfection. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It'll be a throw-in. Now that's well seen too.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Well play.
Kejadian
That
telat.
has snuffed out the danger.
Awas, Des.
Van der Vaart. Spread out to the left.
Oke.
That's a nicely measured pass.
Oh,
Skillfully cut out. He is so... And it's been given away.
Odegaard!
Or within an inch or two.
Odegaard nearly produced a moment of magic. He knew the strike was pure.
Tuh gitu. Kita menang ini guys. Pokoknya kita menang.
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. This turns on, Jim.
Well, Peter, this guy Manuel Neuer claimed once that he had a catalogue in his head of all opponents. You won't think it, but there's so much detailed work behind everything he does. This is what keeps him ahead of his opponents and his contemporaries.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Messi. Yamal. Some good work on the right flank here. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Palmer.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
It's a decent clearance. Here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, both teams are proceeding with...
Could be danger here. He's picked his way through. A lot of space there. Can he put it away? It's there!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
have penetrated for the first time.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And here's Yamal. There will be a throw-in. Out again for a throw-in. Palmer. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Palmer did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Tetap berat sekali ternyata, guys.
Messi. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
David Villa. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Messi. Oh no, this does not look good. David Villa! He's really put himself on the line here. And we have our very first corner. Milan have the chance to go the other way.
Only 1 minute added time.
That'll be the final action of the first half. So there we are, half-time. Both teams headed to their respective dressing room. And well, there was a genuine flow about the game. Most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Indonesia having to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Indonesia
Carrying a one-goal lead.
and it's Messi. Ball is bounced loose now. Well, the defence proved infallible then, and that won't be the last they'll see of him. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process.
Oh, shooting chance!
The attendance for
Here's
this
a
match
corner,
was
good chance.
798.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card.
Merah itu seharusnya sih.
Corner number 2 then. Throw it. It's a quick ball upfield. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Yamal. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Can he finish? It's fallen kindly here.
Substitution on the field. Number 5, Vitinha. Coming on to replace him is number 7, Griezmann.
sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Oh, he's managed to misplace that. Adams with the clearance.
Vinicius Junior really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
Ødegaard. Rice spots it and intercepts. Now it's Ødegaard.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Indonesia leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. No, that was never going to make it. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Indonesia can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Yamal. Belletti. I think we're just about done here. Oh, that's fabulous. Punched away. And it's Sané. And time is up. Tunisia have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. And after all of that, Jim. Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. They've got on the way here pretty promptly. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And it's Beckham. There's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what was in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct and providing a threat.
He's had a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
That pass has been well intercepted. Alexander-Arnold spots it and intercepts. Here's a player who has defined a generation. David Villa. Indonesia so far providing no real test of Sane!
And he was there to get a vital touch. That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Indonesia with the corner, there first. And it's hoisted clear. And it's Vieira. And now a sudden chance to counter. Hernandez, Sané. Oh, beautifully weighted.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Works it forward, Robson. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
He's going to be disappointed with that. That's really well manoeuvred. Neymar. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Sané. And it's Iniesta. Changes him with that pass. Neymar. He is through here. That tackle was certainly sturdy. Iniesta. There's the end of the first half. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goalless. Interesting half, just missing goals. So don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break. 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway.
Indonesia have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Oh, this looks sharp.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Alexander-Arnold tries to clear. Yeah.
The intentions for
Moving
this
on and
match
making
was
good progress.
72,306.
David Villa. Iniesta. It's Iniesta! That was superb goalkeeping.
Iniesta actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
They're back on the ball again.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Messi. That's going to go a long way. Back in possession and ready to go again. David Villa. Adams promptly onto that, and that is that. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. And he's managed to get through it. David Villa! Really well taken goal. And that could well be the winner.
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
It's a quick one. Well, there's the clearance. Some resolute defending there. And it's Belletti. He's found a way through. He's made sure that's not getting through. Adams clears. Vieira gets good distance on it. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Looking for the runner. David Villa.
Ya.
He's having a hit!
Indonesia can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Squeeze it through. Danger averted for now.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that's that. Tunisia have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. David Villa.
Yo, 2 kali lagi bisa. Yo, sampai mungkin anak kan di? Hah? Orang sampan lagi live streaming jajal news. Max, ini dulu aja. 2 kali kemenangan lagi lur, kita mendapatkan Divisi 2 Liga 2 Football.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot.
Hello,
Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. It's headed upfield. Indonesia looking to pass their way through. To cut it out.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Lampard proves too strong. Donadoni looking to get on the end of this. Now that's well seen too. Alessandro Costa-Curta doesn't have what you call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
It's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
Romario. Alexander-Arnold wins the duel this time.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet because neither attack has turned up.
Adams promptly onto that, and that is that. Torres. He's in! Hits one! It's there!
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
A 1-0 lead established.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, He's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Rivaldo. Messi. That's a sharp pass. Well, he's looking to get away, but the defending is persistent, adhesive. Donatoni. A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
Alexander-Arnold clears it away.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Torres has created one goal already, and it's Iniesta. Chance to finish. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we've reached half-time. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout. How's the first half compared with your expectations?
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, so it's paying dividends.
Divisi lead by 1-0 at half-time. It's been a good display from them so far. A stable start to the game, and they are in a goodish place. First half is behind us, and the score is currently 1-0. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Divisi carrying a 1-goal lead. He's taking no chances there. Oh, it's come loose. That's a throw. Another throw-in. David Villa. He's free. He has got space. Dealt with nicely by the defence. He's found a way past. That has been knocked clear. So what are you thinking?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the job done, and the sooner the better. Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Yeah. And if you have just joined us, still just 1 goal between them. And the score is 1-0. He's picked his way through. He's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Donatoni. Really fierce, close defending. Oh, shooting chance! And a reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. David Villa into the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Sané. That's a corner kick.
Substitution in progress.
It's their second corner of the game. And he's gone looking for safety. Back into the middle. And he's there to clear it. Adams. Kubasi. 1-0 as we head towards the end.
Indonesia clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Adams. Indonesia clearly now in lead preservation mode. Played back to the goalkeeper. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And Kubasi. Adams. And he's managed to get free. And Tremorio! And that is the end of it. They hung on right till the finish. Indonesia have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. David Villa picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So Jim, how do you reflect on
Maaf, ini suaranya tidak saya kasih musik karena ini hak cipta nantinya guys. Sambil menunggu gimana ya, naik ke divisi 2 itu berat sekali. Lawan-lawannya juga berat. Oke, kita sudah dapat lawan. Kesulitannya setiap ada event mencari pemain legend itu susahnya minta ampun guys. Siapa tahu yang punya trik masukkan agar dapat pemain-pemain legend. Kita sudah dapat backnya mati guys, backnya mati gantikan di pos. Satu jam guys, nggak ada yang masuk satu jam.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. This place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. And already we're underway here. He can run onto that. Real chance! He's got it all right!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we do this team. They have a habit of making their presence felt. And here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. Indonesia clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Messi engages and forces him off the ball. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. It's really well cleared. Turns back here, probably the best option. And it's Iniesta. Now it's Torres. Now it's Messi. And the shot! Sacred goal. A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Well, his movement is all based on fine margins, and the timing of his run then was ideal.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
It is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Fernando Torres. And he was alert to it. And he's there to get it away. Well read, nice interception. That is ended up in no man's land. Ederson getting this one clear. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Adams makes the interception. He's quick to get it clear again. That pass has been well intercepted. Guardiola. The message is clear. None shall pass. Now it's De Bruyne.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
Indonesia looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Van Dijk. And Adams. Hernandez. Hernandez. Quality ball. Short changes him with that pass. Alexander-Arnold. Messi looking to add to his goal.
You can never be short of runners in the space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Guardiola. It's half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Oh, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may lose change somehow, but no goal to do.
Indonesia go in at half-time on a comfortable two-goal push.
Members of our fan club celebrating their wedding anniversary today.
And the second half gets underway. Alexander-Arnold, and here's Messi. No, again there's no way through. It's Fernando Torres. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Neuer catches it safely. Alexander-Arnold. Messi. Alexander-Arnold. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now that's well seen too. Hernandez gets it clear. Indonesia with this two-goal lead is certainly looking much the more assured side. It could be in here.
Beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And it's Iniesta. Now it's Drogba. Vieira, player of legendary status. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. David Villa. Messi. Fernando Torres. Messi. Cleared without complication. He's there to retrieve it. Just about up to 75 minutes. Played back in. He's going to be disappointed with that. Alexander-Arnold. Shapes to shoot! Yes! And surely that
Bantai guys, bantai.
But there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Oke, kita menang guys. Satu kali permainan lagi guys. Kita naik ke divisi 2. Nggak apa-apa yang menonton, nggak ada yang nonton, anggap aja yang nonton ini banyak guys. 1 juta 1 juta penonton itu akan membantu menaikkan kinerja YouTube saya guys. Tolong bantu ya guys. Harus menang guys.
Well, hello, welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one. Whichever side of it you find yourself on, we have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Lewandowski. Oh, great play. Gavi. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this guy Pedri, without doubt, is the greatest talent of his generation to come out of Spain. I mean, he has all the traits of some of the great legends that have been there before him. The ability to handle the ball in tight spaces, his speed of thought and return, his understanding of the landscape around him, the intelligence in reading defensive positioning, all those factors which can make him unplayable when he's truly on song.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. And Messi! Now, who's going to be first to this?
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Now it's Mbappe. Muscular approach does pay off here. David Villa. Vitinha. Indonesia still without a single shot on target. And it's Messi. Messi puts his foot on the gas. Kubasi. He won't be happy with that one. Alexander-Arnold. That's a throw. Fernando Torres. That's a lovely, neat pass. Moved on forwards. Vitinha. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Vitinha. Oh, that was vital. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. David Villa. David Villa! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Indonesia with the corner. They're first. And they've got Reed. Vitinha! Quick to recover this. A really close shave and the last action of the first half. I mean, it's been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not put a want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0.
So
we reached the halfway point.
Indonesia really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
After 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. We're already back up and running after half-time.
Indonesia are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
And Messi! He's delivered all right!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
Any deeper thoughts about that goal?
Yeah, and anything that's hit low with real pace like that makes it so much harder for the keeper, and he was never going to get to that.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, listen, a few words of advice and encouragement from the manager during the break can often straighten things out.
There's the hit! And yes, it's there! And there's the goal they've been looking for. How very smart. He just got it right.
Lewandowski really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been.
David Villa! They've done it! Just 1 inning now. The game takes on a whole new complexion.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Indonesia get themselves back into contention.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could now well reward them with an equaliser.
And here's Lewandowski. Oh, look at the space here. Valde. Vitinha. Pedri delivering the goods as expected.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Indonesia can breathe again, just.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
He's in a great position.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Valverde! Should have put that one away.
Yeah, he knew only too well that to concede then would have been tough to recover from. That can prove a big moment in this game.
Alexander-Arnold, Fernando Torres, and he was quick to react. Well, there's the clearance. Spread out to the left.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Sane. Number 5,
Engages
Vitinha.
and forces him off the
Coming
ball.
on the field. Number 23,
Interesting ball.
Cristiano
And
Ronaldo.
he's intervened well there.
Number 7, Griezmann.
David Villa.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
We are into overtime.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
On time, excellent interception. Looking for the runner. And there goes the final whistle. Indonesia were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much
Hello,
riding on it,
everybody, and
but
welcome
it is
to today's
equally clear
match.
and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Mbappe. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. No, that was never going to make it. And here's Torres. David Villa! Big moment! Massive
score, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flights of that, it was too late.
Liverpool finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And that's a good ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, he's in! Brilliantly cut out. Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Wan-Bissaka. David Villa, who's steaming forward, and he's intervened well there. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. That's going to go a long way. Indonesia leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Here's a player who has defined the generation. Now then, the ball's come loose. Son Heung-min. Rodri. And it's Calhanoglu. Defending here is really tight. Liverpool trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Son Heung-min. Law. That's a shade optimistic. And he's there to get it away. And it's Sané. Griezmann. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
The pass is intercepted. Calhanoglu. Now it's Son Heung-min. Alexander-Arnold does well to get it back. Wriggles his way through. It's Son Heung-min!
Mighty close. Oh, how close was that to going in? It only required the smallest of tweaks.
Hey.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. It's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Indonesia head in, having made the crucial breakthrough, and to that end there is a degree of satisfaction there. Oh, shooting chance! And yes, it's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it will happen.
Oh, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Liverpool grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
David Villa, and he has been fouled there. Says they're talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Substitutions taking place.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind. Well, I think this is definitely one of these areas where they've rehearsed an awful lot on the training ground.
Sonny! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
The attendance for this match was 71,898.
David Villa, Messi, and it's Fernando Torres, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Rodri. Bellingham. Rodri. Passing nice and neat. He won't be happy with that one.
Alexander-Arnold.
Griezmann. And he's running through. David Villa! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Sane.
Divisi with the corner.
Coming on the
There
field
first.
is number 9.
Law clears it away. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. Son Heung-min. That's very neat. There's the hit!
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Rodri. Played back in. Now there's a fine ball. And the finish! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? More pressure on the opposition goal.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
And it's Messi. Yeah. Now Griezmann. It's a sharp pass.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance.
There's the shot! Oh, yes! It's there! And that may just do it!
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Turned the game on its head. Now can they hold out?
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
And the shot! He has done it! And this is getting better and better.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That
Added time is up.